Now to the important stuff. We're going to add and subtract integers. Remember, we talked about not wanting to look at negative subtraction sign as subtraction. We want to look at it as negative. We want to look at addition signs as positive. So if I have a problem like 10 minus 4, that means I have one positive number, which is 10, and one negative number, which is 4. Because minus 4 is the same thing as negative 4. If I subtract 4 from your grade, that's a negative outcome. If you lose by 4 points, that's a negative outcome. So type 1 is we have one negative number and one positive number. The rule, subtract their values. One negative, one positive. One positive, one negative, we subtract their values. After we subtract the values, the absolute value determines if the answer is positive or negative. So you have done 10 minus 4 since first grade. We all know that 10 minus 4 is 6. It's positive 6 because the positive 10 has the greater absolute value. Another way of writing that same problem is negative 4 plus 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. The answer is positive 6 because the positive 10 has a greater absolute value. The third way, and the proper way to write 10 minus 4, is 10 plus negative 4. Here's a spoiler for you. There is really no such thing as subtraction. It's adding a negative. When we learned how to subtract and we said take away 6 pennies, can you imagine if your teacher, when you were 6 years old, said add negative 6 pennies? You would be confuzzled. Let's look at some more examples. Negative 7 plus 3. One negative, one positive, we subtract. 7 minus 3 is 4. The absolute value of negative 7 is 7. The absolute value of 3 is 3. So my answer is negative 4. I like to use money or points to understand why the answer is negative 4. If the Miami Dolphins lose by 7 points at halftime, and then they kick a field goal worth 3 points, they're still losing by 4 points. Next one. 12 minus 23. 12 is positive, minus 23 is negative. I subtract. I still put 23 up top because it's a bigger number. 23 minus 12 is 11. It is negative 11 because 23 has a greater absolute value. 18 plus negative 9. 18 is positive, negative 9 is negative. I subtract. 18 minus 9 is 9. It's a positive 9 because the positive 18 has a greater absolute value. 6 plus negative 26. 6 is positive, negative 26 is negative. I subtract. 26 minus 6 is 20. It's negative 20 because the negative 26 has a greater absolute value.